Hello everyone, I'm Casper Kuma and welcome to For Amerta, which is a weird name. Let's get started. For Amerta. Amerta. You left your water running. Amerta. Oh, you're bleeding. God damn it. No matter how hard I try to wash the blood off of me, it's not working. As if it's constantly reminding me that I've failed. Yes, I failed. I failed again, and this makes it twice now. What did I do wrong? Should I do things differently? Or maybe it's a mistake to have that mindset in the first place. More importantly, will I be able to go back again? Or is this the only chance given to me? There's only one way to find out. I simply crashed on my bed and closed my eyes. Before I knew it, it's morning already. Immediately I look over to my phone and see that today is Friday, 28th of October. Seeing the date shown on the screen, I let out a relieved smile. God has given me another chance, it seems. However, I only have you have more seconds than that. However, I only have seconds to celebrate this as I hear knocking, followed by my dad's voice echoing just outside my room. Rendra? That's a weird name. Are you awake? Did they just, like, throw some Scrabble letters around and just name their kids after that? Renda and Amerta? Yeah. I'll get ready in a minute. Breakfast is already on the table. Make sure to eat before going to school. Mm-hmm. Oh, and one more thing. You don't have to help out your aunt today. Hmm? Why not? She said she feels bad for you and wants you to take it easy. Listen to her, will you? Okay. I'll do that then. Good. Then I'll be off to work first. As I listened to my dad's footsteps getting fainter, I couldn't help but feel a little bit troubled. I usually help out in my aunt's store during the evening. She's a nice lady, but can get strict sometimes. It starts as a way for me to get extra pocket money from her. Eventually, I work part-time there, and she gets annoyed if I skip work, except when it's exam season or the holidays. What's this? Now she's telling me to rest up? For now, I decided to shrug it off. I planned on not helping her today anyway, just like before. There's something more important to do, after all. I went to school. Entering my class, another sense of relief washes over me as soon as I lay my eyes on her. Ren, good morning. Morning. Her name is Michelle Amerta Jejong. That's a name. We call her Amerta because of her generic first name. Like a ray of sunshine, she's cheerful, warm, and friendly towards anyone. You'd think with that kind of personality, she'd be a popular student here. She used to, until her ex-boyfriend betrayed her. It's a nasty detail that I'm not going to delve deeper into. Say, I got 2 tickets for a thriller movie tonight. Here it is. You know that I hate going to the cinema. I know, but Kai and I were looking forward to seeing this movie, but he moved out a few weeks ago. And I don't want to watch it alone. So, please? So you're saying I'm a replacement for Kai? Come on, you know that's not what I mean. We would have definitely invited you too if you didn't hate the cinema so much. Ugh. Sure then. Huh? Huh? You will? Really? Why are you asking me again? Should I take back what I said and say no instead? No, that's not what I mean. Please don't take it back. Well, then it's settled. We're going on a date tonight. Saying that out loud with some of our classmates around. She's way too carefree sometimes. But anyways, those kids should be teasing us about it right now. Right about now. Any minute now. The sound of the bell snaps me back. Class starts, Amerta walks to her seat, and the other classmates ignore our banter. Now, I believe this game in the description said it was like something like a Groundhog Day, so I'm guessing that's what's happening, but I'm surprised that, like, the Groundhog Day is already breaking, because it seems like things are already not going to what we're predicting. That's odd. Usually you have to go at least 1 day or 2 days where things matching up correctly, but we're going right for the weird day. Did I read this? The sound of the bell snaps me back. Class starts, Amerta walks to her seat, and the other classmates ignore our banter. That's weird. Really weird. It happened twice now. Well, 3 times if you count your aunt, because she seemed to surprise you too. The day passes like a blur to me. Before I knew it, it's already 4 p.m. Amerta is walking beside me, rambling about the cinema she used to go to when she was 10 years old. So, when I go back to the cinema, my rabbit doll was gone. Guess what? The staff stole it for whatever reason. I ended up hating the cinema too for a while. But my ex-boyfriend started bringing me to the cinema a year ago and it made me like it again. Ugh, but that also ended up becoming a sour memory too. Well, until Kai took me to the cinema to watch that one zombie movie where there was a scene of zombies piling up to climb this huge wall. What was that movie called again? Anyway, I like the cinema now. I want to wash away the bad memories with good memories with both you and Kai. You're really excited for tonight, aren't you? Yeah, I am. It's so rare that we get to hang out together, just the two of us. Sorry. Was I talking too much? No. I told you, I don't mind listening to your ramblings. Great, because I just remembered about this story that happened back before I met you, and there she goes. She's usually calmer than this. It really shows that she's excited about her upcoming date, as she calls it. Out of nowhere, I feel something in my pocket buzz. When I take a look at it, it's a message from my dad. He sent me a picture, followed by a short message. Isn't that your friend? And the picture is a missing person notice of someone named Kai Winata Setiwan. Isn't this Kai? He told us that he'll be moving away with his aunt, yet why... Ren? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Are you sure? You look pale. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with this later. For now, there's something more important to do. We're going to Mickey D's! Ah, man, that was too intense. It's honestly way too gory for me, but man, it has a really interesting storyline too. Seriously, how can you watch all that with a straight face, Ren? You're not actually a psychopath, are you? I mean, we might be. We did wake up covered in blood, so I don't know. Okay, I get it. You're scared. But do you have to grab onto my arm like this even after we're outside the building? Why are you like this? You clearly like her. Aw, can't we at least hold hands? I mean, I think she likes you too, so I don't know, man. Fine, do whatever you want. Yay, thanks, Ren. Getting my permission, she stops hugging my arm and gently holds my hand instead. I feel like that's more intimate than holding your arm. I feel like holding your arm's like kind of normal for friends do. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like only couples hold each other's hands. I don't know. She gets touchy sometimes. I don't know if she does this to her friends or exclusively towards me, but I'd like to think it's the former because I don't want to get the wrong idea. No, I'm getting distracted. Damn it, not a good time to do that. Should we head home now? Yes, let's. After walking for a few minutes, Amerta suddenly stops in her tracks while still holding my hand. What's wrong? I ask, even though I already know what she's going to say to me next. You know, Ren, I don't want to go home tonight. What are we talking about here? It's been so much fun spending time with you. Way more fun than being in that house of mine. Can I, like, have a sleepover at your place or something? Your mom will scold you and our classmates will spread more rumors. Ugh, I don't even care about that anymore. They can call me a slut or whatever. I'm used to it. I'm just so tired of getting called names both at school and at home. The only break I get is when I spend time with you and Kai. You know, I've been thinking of moving away, like Kai, except without anyone knowing. Just start a new leaf Just start a new leaf somewhere. Sounds nice, right? Should we do it, Ren? Let's run away together. You hate this place too, don't you? It's true, I dislike living here. I'm mostly seen as an outcast at school, while at home it gets too noisy sometimes. I don't have it as hard as Amerta, I don't think. But that sounds nice, doesn't it? Going to a new place where no one expects anything of you? As nice as it is, I don't want to leave my parents be. So I rejected Amerta's desperate pleas for the first time. Then I accepted to run away with her the second time. Both answers yielded the same result, so whatever I say here won't matter anyway. Oh, okay, well then save. This game does have multiple endings. Yeah, let's run away. Then let's do it. Let's run away together, Amerta. Huh? I hate to say this, but I don't really mean it when I say it. I'm only saying this to make her happy. She'll never find out about this anyway. Then, without warning, the blaring sound of a car honk disturbs her talk. By the time the two of us turn to look, the car is already going full speed at us. I immediately grab Amerta and shove her out of harm's way. Move! Damn. Oh, is this why we're covered in blood? We got hit. Did I do it? My body feels numb, but I see a lot of blood seeping out of me, so I probably did it. Rendra! I try to speak, but no words come out. So the only thing I can do is let out a small, relieved smile knowing that Amerta is fine. It's better to have her safe and alive. But if this happens to you again and again and again, wouldn't you, like, try to avoid coming to the theater, you know? I mean, I get that she's sad about it, but, like, or, like, you could leave early or something, like, you know, just get out of that area faster if you know that you're gonna get hit by a car. I don't know. She has a much brighter future than I'll ever have anyway. Feeling peaceful despite the physical pain, I finally close my eyes, ready to accept my fate. Hey, if I'm correct, your name is Rendra, right? Yes. And you're Amerta, right? Yeah. Can I sit next to you? Sure. Thanks, Rendra. The others don't really want to talk to me right now, so I'm happy that you do. You mean the rumors? Oh, so you've heard. You've got to believe me, Rendra. It's nothing but a big misunderstanding, okay? And, you haven't seen the pictures, have you? No? Why would I? Phew, I'm glad. Did her boyfriend send her, like, spread her nudes around the school or something? Or something like that? I feel like that's what's going on here. You know, I'm not exactly an interesting guy, but feel free to just come over and chat if you have no one else to talk to. Just make yourself comfortable. Just because I'm always alone, it doesn't mean that I mind having company. Rendra, but aren't you worried that the others are going to spread rumors about you too if you hang out with me? Nah, I don't really care. People don't really talk to me anyway. It's not gonna make any difference. That sounds kinda sad. But thank you. Now the two of us won't be all alone, right? Yeah, I guess so. Hello? Oh. Well, that was a nostalgic dream. But what is this? I thought I died. Why did I wake up in my bed as if nothing happened? With little to no energy, I grab my phone and stare at the screen. It's yet another 28th of October. Ugh. Guess it's not the answer then. As hard as it is to believe, I'm perfectly sure that I've experienced time travel. For some reason, I'm stuck in the 28th of October. I've been reliving this very same day 4 times now. This current time should be the start of a third loop. At first, I thought this must be happening because I need to save Amerta by sacrificing myself. A life for another life kind of deal. But judging from what happened last time, it doesn't seem to be it. Makes sense. It's not like this is August 15th at 12:30 noon. The situation might be similar to that one anime I've seen, but I have to think of a solution myself, huh? The tiny differences that happened last time was also weird. I'm pretty sure I reenacted the original 28th of October at least almost perfectly. Nothing should have changed. The more I think about it, the dizzier my head gets, so I'd get up and prepare myself for school. But just before I step outside of my room, I decide to do a little research. Again, Kai's listed as missing. I downloaded the poster image before trying to message Kai about it. While I'm typing to him, I hear my dad knocking on the door and calling for me again. I'm ready for school, Dad. Just give me a second. Good. And don't forget to greet your mom today. She's worried that you were ignoring her yesterday. Again, another difference from the original 28th of October. This time I didn't bother reenacting the original, so it's not too surprising. Sorry, I'll do that then. After getting out of my room, I stopped by and stood in front of my parents' room before gently knocking on the door. Good morning, Mom. Rendra? Mom's quivering and weak voice makes it hard for me to listen to. I know what's going to happen, yet I continue to try and hold a conversation with her anyway. Maybe this time will be different. You never know. Mm-hmm. Did you sleep well? Please forgive me. My dear son, I'm so sorry. I told you that there's nothing to apologize about. Sorry. Her mumbling then turns into sobbing the more we talk. I wonder if mom is also like experiencing time travel, and maybe she's the one that hit us with a car, and that's why she's like all distraught because she remembers killing us, you know? This is why I avoided talking to her during the previous loop. Not because I hated her or anything, it's because I love her and I hate seeing her reduced into whatever mess this is. Though I know that this is particularly because of me. A month ago, I almost died. She's been apologizing to me a lot since then, but it was never this bad. I, I can handle my parents arguing to hell and back, but this? Feeling a pat on my shoulder, I turn to look and see my dad smiling somewhat sadly at me. Thank you for talking to her. You should hurry off to school now. Yeah. Good luck at work, Dad. So maybe not? Say, I got tickets for the Thriller movie tonight. No, I hate the cinema, Amerta. Why go to a public place to watch a movie when you can just watch it from the comfort of your home? Wow, Ren, I know you get easily ticked off sometimes, but you're very vocal today, aren't you? You must be in a bad mood today. But it's an absolute no, huh? I was looking forward to it too. Sorry. But can't we just wait until it's available on streaming services instead? I'll invite you to my house and watch it together. Oh, is that okay? You said that you don't like inviting people to your house, didn't you? If it's you, it's fine. Really? Yay, thanks a lot, Ren. I can't wait. Me too. Then that means she'll be staying home tonight. Which means neither of us won't get hit by a car? Neither of us will get hit by a car, right? Maybe I should have done this as soon as the first loop started. Duh. But I didn't really have the heart to reject her offer. As Amerta and I talked, I suddenly feel my phone buzzing a few times. Checking it out, I see a notification from Kai. Oops, yeah, I didn't move out with my aunt. I ran away. Sorry for lying, Rennie, he replies. Followed by OMFG. Do they have to use that ugly-ass picture of mine too? So much for worrying over him. He's absolutely fine. Ren, what's wrong? Kai just texted me. He's doing fine, he says. Really? Then I'm glad. Maybe we should call him together, so it'll be like old times again. He only left around 2 weeks ago. That's hardly old. It felt like it's been forever to me, you know? Don't you miss him, Ren? Not really. He always stole my lunch and roasted my favorite shows. I say good riddance. You two are as close as ever. I'm happy to hear that. The school bell rings soon after, signifying the start of class. Again, those kids didn't bother us today. I hate to say this, but I guess I'm sort of bullied. It's mostly petty stuff, with my classmates talking behind my back or sometimes say stupid stuff to try to get an amusing reaction from me. Rather than hurtful, it's just annoying. So annoying that I've thought of beating them to a pulp at one point. I mean, you should do that. That's a good way to stop bullying. Sorry, sometimes you have to solve things with violence. So I'm glad my classmates have been avoiding me since the last loop. Yet again, school passes like a blur. I don't even remember anything from my class earlier. However, before Amerta and I could go home, a teacher stopped me. To be more exact, it's one of our school counselors, Mr. Ari. Rendra, do you have time? I do. What's the matter, sir? I'd like for us to talk. Just the two of us, in the counselor's office. Is that alright with you? Sure. Great. Then please follow me to the counselor's office. This won't take long, so don't worry. Mr. Ari, back at it with that bullshit again. He wouldn't ask me to go to his office if this talk won't take long. Hey. If that's the case, then I'll wait for you outside, okay? After that incident a month ago, it makes sense for Mr. Ari to want to talk, I guess. We had plenty of talk before. Did I look extremely gloomy today or something? My head keeps spinning as I follow Mr. Ari. Why is a cord on that? Isn't this like Like for a lamp or something? Why is that cord on the chair? As soon as we reach the office, he beckons me to sit across from him, and I oblige. So, Rendra, how have you been? I'm feeling fine. Just a bit sleepy. Yes, I can see that. The bags under your eyes are very visible. Not only that, your hair is unkempt too. Wow, jeez. Is it because you have trouble sleeping nowadays? Yeah. Well, I could understand why. Then, would you like to talk to me about what happened? Oh no. That face and that tone is not a good sign. What more is there to talk about? I've been doing fine nowadays. The lack of sleep had nothing to do with anything. That's kind of a lie, but he doesn't need to know that. He would think I'm crazy if I told him about the time travel. Not only that, I also want this to be over quickly. Although hearing Mr. Ari's weak chuckle makes me feel a little uneasy. Fine. You certainly don't look fine, Rendra. Please, I've told you that you don't need to lie around me. That you can express yourself to your heart's content. There's nothing I want to talk about, sir. I told you I've been doing fine, and right at the moment I still feel okay. That's another lie, because I'm starting to feel somewhat anxious now. He's pitying me and I'm not even sure why. Sorry, sir, I don't have anything to talk about right now. Ah, Rendra, wait! I keep walking away, hearing Mr. Ari call my name a few times. Fortunately for me, he gives up way easier than I expected. Once I reach the school gate, I look around, hoping to meet up with Amerta. However, I don't see her anywhere. Shit. Amerta! Amerta, where are you? I run over to a student from my class, hoping she'd seen her. Hey, have you seen Amerta? My classmate gives me a confused look before answering with a stuttering voice. No? I can feel some of the nearby students giving me a weird and bewildered look, but no one comes forward to talk. Judging from that, I figure that none of them knows where she went. So, I stop relying on my schoolmates and decide to look for her myself. I couldn't find her. Calling her phone didn't work either, and now I'm left with this place. It's Amerta's house. I'm doubtful that she went home without me, but I couldn't think of anywhere else to go. When I knock on the door, nobody answered for a while. Until I see Amerta's mom opening the door. She looks terrible. Her hair is messy and she has bags under her eyes and she smells like alcohol. In fact, she's holding a bottle of it in her hands right now. I haven't seen Amerta's mom in a while. Amerta never talks about her either. I wasn't aware that she's doing this badly. What are you staring at? Why are you here, you dumb boy? I was wondering if Amerta was home. Amerta's mom just stares at me, looking at me as if I'm an insect. Then without hesitation, she raises the bottle that she had been holding. Damn, what the hell, lady? Did she want to get arrested or something? Ow. My hand hurts. What in the... You little shit. Don't come here and bring up that cursed daughter of mine's name ever again. She slams the door on me hard. I feel like we could call the cops now. I keep standing in that porch to process what she just did to me. She raised her glass bottle up and then hit me? Holy shit, no wonder Amerta hated living here. Her mom is insane. I mean, you have evidence now. The worsening pain on my left arm snaps me back to reality. That's right, I need to look for Amerta. I'm pretty sure she's not in her house based on that lovely interaction earlier. I can patch my arm later, no big deal. Over here again. Couldn't find her. After sighing out loud, I take a seat on the side of the road, resting my legs and taking some time to think. I searched everywhere I could think of. Her house, my own house. Hell, I even tried searching at Kai's old house, which is empty, before searching the cinema. I have spammed messages and called her phone too, yet there was no answer. I don't want to think that she died. So the only possible answer to this is that, in this loop, she decided to run away from home immediately. That would have explained why Amerta's mom seemed so angry too. Now, I can only hope that she doesn't get hit by some sort of vehicle while running away. Oh god, did I just jinx it? Ugh. Still feeling uneasy, I quickly stand up again, only to realize something fatal. This spot. Isn't this where Amerta and I previously got hit by a car? God, I'm such an idiot. You really are. That was a dumb move. And here we are again. Well, that was stupid. It was so stupid that it makes me want to just skip this fourth loop and sleep the entire day away. But I can't do that. Amerta will die over and over again, and I'll spend more time in the 28th of October. After letting out a long sigh, I waste no time getting ready. My hand. Still cut. What? Even though it's bandaged like it was before, I can still feel that there's a fresh wound there. On top of that, my jacket is slightly ripped. I was hit by a car twice, and there's no trace of it anywhere on my body. But Amerta's mom hit my hand once with a bottle, and the damage even transferred to this loop? What is she, a monster? Once again, the sound of my dad knocking on the door breaks my train of thought. In a minute, Dad. Say, you got 2 tickets for a Thriller movie tonight. What? How did you know that? Kai told me that you were excited for this movie to come out. Oh, so will you be coming with? No. Ah, darn. I knew you would say no, but I thought that maybe there's still hope, you know? Sorry, I never liked the cinema. It's an absolute no, huh? Well, it's fine. Honestly, I really want to hang out with you, though. Just the 2 of us. If that's the case, then forget about the ticket. Let's hang out at my place after school. Huh? Is that okay? You said you don't like inviting people to your house, didn't you? If it's you, it's fine. Yay, then it's settled. I'll be looking forward to ransacking your place, Ren. Please don't actually ransack it. I didn't have enough brain cells to think of a better plan, so I decided to go simple. Our causes of death so far have been car accidents. So if we stay inside and I keep my eyes on her, things should be fine. Right? As the car comes busting through your house. So, welcome to my room. Wow, your room is so you. I feel like that's not a compliment. That's supposed to be a good thing? Yeah, it's small and simple. But it seems cozy here. Well, that's kind of rude. She called it small and simple. Are these your anime figurines? She says as she starts carelessly grabbing one and looking at it all over. This is why I don't invite people here. Hey, don't touch that. I bought that for almost 1 million rupiah? Rupiah? What? I don't know what that is. Rupiah? Oh, okay. My hands are off. Sorry. Also, don't look under my bed. There's some, embarrassing stuff under there. Embarrassing stuff? It's not. Don't worry, it's not porn or anything. Huh? Well, good to know. Then what is it? What could be more embarrassing than that? But what I meant to ask is that it's not dead bodies, is it? That's a random question. Okay, you've watched way too many true crime documentaries. If I had bodies there, my parents would have turned me in immediately. It's just some of the comics I drew when I was younger. Ren, you make comics? I do. I don't plan on taking it too seriously, so it's just for fun. I guess it's a way for me to vent too. Since I was little, I always had a pretty vivid imagination. I even have an imaginary friend or 2 back then. Since nobody else could see them, I started drawing them so that they can exist, I guess. Well, I shouldn't be surprised considering that one time you were caught drawing in class. Anyway, what kind of comics do you usually draw? Horror? Fantasy? Action? You're right on the money, actually. Sometimes I draw short horror stories. One time I drew this dark fantasy comic with a lot of tragedy in it. One thing is for sure, I mostly write edgy stuff. It's honestly really embarrassing. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. You have to let me read one of your comics someday, though. Yeah, sure. Someday. When I've created something worth reading. Feeling my stomach growling, I stand up and head to the door. I'll get us something to eat. You haven't eaten since morning, have you? Yeah, that'll be appreciated. Thanks. Weird. I'm in a good mood this loop. I've been in this loop 4 times now. I feel like I should be more irritated or bored. Is it because I finally had the courage to invite Amerta to my house? Ah, crap. Kai was right. I may be a simp for her after all. As I'm grabbing a plate, my whole body freezes when I realize something. On my bed. There's still that. What do you have on there, buddy? Just to be safe, I put the plate back into its place and walk towards my room. The sight of that greets me when I open the door is... What the hell even is this? I see Amerta sitting on my bed, with a familiar cutter on her right hand. She hovered it on top of her left wrist. It's a familiar gesture. Way too familiar that it makes me want to gag. With haste, I quickly grab her right hand and pull it far away from her body. Amerta, what are you doing? What? You did it too? Why can't I do the same? Who goes to their friend's house and starts using their stuff to slit their wrists? Like, come on, Amerta, there's a time and a place. Okay, well, maybe there's not a time and a place for that. Just don't do it, okay? Huh? 1 month ago, remember? You almost died? Oh, is that what happened? What? Did Mr. Ari tell you that? And so what? You want to have revenge or something? What's your point? My point is, just let me die, Rendra. What do you mean? You've been reliving this day over and over for me. She knows? Haven't you? There's no other way out of this than letting me die, Rendra. No, there has to be another way. I've let you die countless times. There's no way that's the... Rendra! Listen to me. There is no other way. I'll let you make a choice right now. Let me die or keep doing this for eternity. What will be, Rendra? Save. I want to keep trying. I'll keep trying. There's no way I'm letting you die. Letting you die is the right answer. You failed before. What makes you think you'll be able to do this? I'll find a way, somehow. Trust me. I definitely want to see you try. Here, I'll help you restart. As she says that, she brings... Come on, man. As she says that, she brings the cutter close to my neck, and then... Come on, we're trying to save you. We were on a good track. If you didn't do that, we would have kept going, right? What the hell was that? We were, like, doing good things. She didn't have to do that. We were fine. And besides, if she remembers the loops, and what does it matter? Did she just kill me? No. There's no time to waste. I couldn't let Amerta do something stupid like that again. I hear a buzz coming from my phone, but I ignore it completely. Whoever it is, they're not important right now. Amerta. I need to keep her safe, no matter what. Maybe she's a lost cause. And so I tried and tried again. I even lost track of how many loops I've been through, repeating again and again and again. And again 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 and again. Amerta. Why do you keep dying? Ren. Ooh. Why? Why? Because this is the only way to keep you safe, Amerta. You keep running into trouble. You know how many times I had to witness you die over and over again? Do you think I wanted to do this? If you had just stayed put, none of this would happen to Amerta. Did we kill her? What? Oh, you died out of blood loss after all? Then I'll be gentler in the next loop. Don't worry. Oh, so if it doesn't matter who dies, then I guess I'll have to restart again. Oh, maybe we killed ourselves too then. But why would we kill Amerta? Ending 4. For eternity. Weird. I want to load in at Let Her Die. God, I really don't want to say this. I don't, but something tells me she's right somehow. Fine. Do whatever you want. Amerta smiles at me. Her smile looks sad, but at the same time, she also seems relieved and glad. I let go of her hand and close my eyes when I see her pointing the cutter at her own neck. Rendra, I know this looks bleak, but there's always hope, okay? Trust me on this. Yeah. When I open my eyes again, Amerta's already lying on the bed, lifeless. Won't this look like you killed her, though? She died in your house. This is gonna look real bad. Is this really right? What did she mean when there's... What did she even mean, there's still hope? She's fucking dead. No. No, there's no way this is it. No matter what, this is... Isn't this basically murder? Quickly, I grab the cutter that's still in her hand. I need to go back. I need to redo it again. I'm back again, thank God. So I have little to no energy left. What happened last loop really drained the life out of me. I think I'll actually skip this loop and use it to rest. Who cares? I can just redo it again anyway. I expected my dad knocks on the door, expecting me to be ready for school. Sorry, Dad. I feel a bit sick. Can I skip school for today? Surprisingly enough, my dad doesn't even question it. In fact, he immediately approves. Of course. You need to go to the doctor? I can take you there if you feel that bad. Huh? I mean, no, I think I'd rather stay here. Alright. Just call me if you need help. And with that, I hear my dad's footsteps walking away from my room. Aside from Amerta, why is everyone being so lenient towards me? Since the sloop shenanigans started, it's like people straight up ignore me or talk to me as if they're walking on eggshells. Ugh. I honestly just want this whole thing to be done with. Is there really no other way than letting her die? Shit, whatever. Going to shut my brain off, I collapsed back onto my bed, wrapping myself in a blanket before falling asleep yet again. Seriously, Ren, you're like the street food expert of this town. I never knew that meatballs here taste so good. You're welcome. I think that Mr. Echo's meatball cart is the best place to get meatballs, honestly. You're not wrong. I don't even like meatballs that much. You should take me to that noodle place you recommended too. Yeah, I'll take you there tomorrow. Also, Ren, do you know who that guy is? You mean that guy in the dark blue bomber jacket over there? No, but I see and pass by him a lot before. I think we have the same taste in food or something. I always see him frequenting my favorite food stands. Oh, I see. Honestly, he looks really cool. I kinda want to try talking to him, but I'm a bit shy. Huh? So you can feel shy after all? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? But I don't blame you, that guy stands out a lot. You're good at talking, aren't you? Just go for it. No, you gotta accompany me, Ren. Come on. Wait, what? Hello, are you alone? Huh? Oh, it's Kai. I'm not. There's this girl called... What? Kuntalanik. The cunt. Kuntalanik, who's sitting right in front of me right now. What? What? It's just a joke. I'm obviously alone. What's up with this question anyway? My friend here is curious since he's seen you a lot. Huh? Aren't you the one... Oh, you're that loner guy who always eats by yourself wearing earphones and watching anime. Says the one who sometimes forgot to return his bowl back. Mr. Echo complained a lot about you. At least I'm not an inconvenience. You have a point. Since you're here anyway, what's your names? And judging by that uniform, you guys are from that Catholic school, yeah? Yep, you're right. My name is Michelle Amerta de Jong. Just call me Amerta, please. Mine is Rendra Raharja. Amerta and Rendra. Got it. Just call me Kai. Anyway, don't you have someone you need to save right now? Wait, what? The sound of my phone repeatedly buzzing wakes me up. Looking at it, it seems that Kai is calling me. Huh? Kai? I waste no time picking it up. As soon as I did, the overfamiliar voice, a friendly voice greets my ear. Hey, you up already? How the heck did you know that I'm sleeping in the first place? Ouch, this is how you talk to your best friend? I'm hurt, Rennie. This is the one who lied about moving out. I'm hurt too. I hear Kai's nonchalant chuckle from the other end of the line. Despite what I said, I'm glad to hear from him and to hear that he seems fine. Definitely managed to make my day a little better after what happened last loop. I'm not telling him that though, he'll just get cocky and think I'm crazy. Anyway, my dad found me and dragged me back here this morning. So I decided to visit you, but your mom told me that you're sleeping the entire day away. It's only 3 p.m. right now. If you have nothing better to do, then let's meet up, yeah? Right now? No, let's meet up next year. Of course I mean right now. Please don't be in front of that McDonald's. What do you say? Sure. I need to ask you a whole lot of stuff anyway. Same goes to you. Let's meet up at Mr. Echo's. Should I invite Amerta too? She misses you a lot, you know. Oh. Really? Are you being serious right now? Only raise an eyebrow at that, even though he can't see it. What does that mean? Yeah? Yeah, you don't know she's been talking to me about... You don't know how much she's been talking to me about you. It's driving me nuts. Kai doesn't say anything to that. Just when I thought that he hung up, I hear him softly sigh. No, it'll just be the two of us. Boys only today. Plus, you need to stop thinking about her, you simp. Sounds like he's trying to make a joke, but God, I can feel him forcing that one out. What's wrong with him? I thought he'd be happier to see Amerta than me. Sure. Just the two of us then. Great, I'll see you then. And with that, he hangs up. Oh well, this might be for the best. Might not be able to handle seeing Amerta right now anyway. Please don't be in front of that McDonald's. Oh, thank God. When I arrive, I can see Kai already waiting for me in front of the meatball cart owned by Mr. Echo, the two seemingly chatting away in friendly terms. Walking closer, I can finally hear what Kai and Mr. Echo are talking about. Yeah, it happened so suddenly. But don't worry, sir. I wasn't kidnapped or anything. Wow, you even looked for me. Now I feel a bit guilty and embarrassed. Oh, look who's here. You owe me an apology too after this. What's this? You're sad that I'm gone after all? You should just say that to my face instead of saying it in a roundabout way. Well, that's Kai for you. He rarely takes anything seriously, but it's better than him acting careful around me like others have been. It feels refreshing, honestly. Stop joking around. I was genuinely worried about you for a moment. Yeah, you'll get a special apology later. Here, I already ordered one for you. Usual, right? Yeah, thanks. The both of us then take a seat on the side of the street to eat our meal. The sky is clear, it's good weather to eat some meatball outdoors. After the both of us took our first bite, we look at each other, wondering who was going to say what first. At that, Kai let out a sigh of resignation. Fine. I do owe you an apology and an explanation. Thank you for realizing. I'll make this short. My dad's getting remarried. To the woman that you really don't like? Yeah. She doesn't even bother trying to talk to me properly. I'm sure she's just in it for the money or something, so she has a son too. I keep telling my dad that I don't like her and that I oppose the wedding, and the two of us are doing just fine by ourselves. I don't want to deal with my dad's failed marriage again. Things got heated when we were talking, and he told me to leave the house if I hated it so much. And you actually left, didn't you? Of course I did. Well, I couldn't really think straight back then, so I just stormed off out of rage without thinking twice. It's embarrassing to walk back home after all that, you know? And so I ran away from home. I didn't want to worry you or Amerta. You two had enough problems on your plates. So I lied and told you that I'm leaving town to live with my aunt. What the hell? You don't look so sad over it. I'm sorry I lied, okay? It's not just that. You could have asked for help. Help, huh? That's a bit rich coming from you. What? Nothing. Look, I've told you. You two had enough stuff to deal with. Besides, this isn't anything big, just our usual squabble. It's just how my dad and I are always like. Getting kicked out of the house is not just the usual squabble, Kai. Fine, I guess you have a point. But my dad and I have made up this morning and we reached a compromise. So everything's good on my end for now. If you say so. Yeah, so enough about me. More importantly, are you okay? Yeah, I slept the entire day. Of course I'm fine. Not that. I mean Amerta. Amerta? Then why are you asking me? Ask her yourself. Oh god, it is true. What's true? What are you being so cryptic about? I see Kai taking a deep breath in as if he's bracing himself. Is she dead? Rendra. Amerta's already dead. Then why are you talking about it as if we've been hanging out together? That's weird. What? Oh. Funny joke, Kai. The entire audience is laughing at you right now. Looking at Kai's expression, I slowly come to realize that he's not playing around. To my dismay, I wouldn't joke about something like this, you know that. Amerta died a few days ago, hit by a car. And you were there to witness it. My dad told me about it too. Apparently, there's also one of the reasons why he went to look for me in the first place. He knew that the three of us are good friends, so he wanted to make sure I knew about this. He also heard about your questionable actions. Questionable actions? Oh, because I murdered her? Or, well, I didn't murder her, but I let her murder herself? Kai only clicks his tongue and ruffles his hair. Talking to no one, zoning out for hours, asking Amerta's mom about her recently dead daughter. Oh, have we been crazy this whole time? Is that what's happening? So we haven't been looping, we're just insane? Oh, and you slept on the streets, where Amerta died. Your dad had to come get you almost every night and drag you back home. Don't get me started on the rumors. I briefly visited the school this afternoon and I heard your name being tossed around. Some thought you had seen ghosts, some thought you had gone mad. That surprised me. Not everyone in my school knows who I am, let alone those in his school. Is it really that bad? To be honest, I didn't believe any of it at first. Until I heard you talk as if Amerta's still alive. But she is alive. Kai, I swear I've seen her and I can even physically touch her. Then how about this? I'll listen to your side of the story. No, you'll think I'm crazy. Well, if anything, I'll be happy if Amerta's actually alive. Also, do you really think I'm that mean? You're clearly going through something right now. I'm not going to mock you and rub salt in your wound. Besides, I've already told you my story, now it's your turn. In the end, I decided to tell him. About the loops, the deaths, and even about what happened during the 4th loop. As Kai listens, his expression shifts from confusion to bewilderment to concern. He seems to have a lot to say, but he keeps himself mostly silent. I think he's waiting for me to be done with my story. So, yeah. That's all. I keep waiting for him to talk, but his mouth just hangs open wordlessly for a short while. I don't blame him. If Kai were to tell me that he's been stuck in the same date over and over, I'd be speechless too. Right. How do I say this in the nicest way possible? No need for any of that. Just tell me what what you actually think. Okay. Then everyone is right and you're losing it, Rendra. Well, I expected that. Kai is usually brutally honest. And no, I don't mean that as an insult. You clearly need help, Rendra. There's never been a time loop to begin with. I remember you texted me about the missing person poster 2 days ago, and you told me that during your 3rd loop, right? If the time loop thing is actually real, then I wouldn't remember even texting you. See? Kai pulls up his phone and shows me the same messages we've exchanged during the 3rd loop. No way. As my head begins to sting, Kai slips his phone back into his pocket before continuing on. You said that you basically got yourself killed. How many times now? 3? And one of them is suicide. It's fortunate that those happen to be hallucinations. What if one day it actually happened in real life and you got injured or died? No, but it feels real, Kai. Are you saying that all this time my brain has just been playing tricks to screw with me? Well, that's the only logical explanation that I can think of. Well, aside from obviously seeing some sort of psychiatrist, maybe I can take you to maybe I can take you to Amerta's grave? I heard that you weren't there for her funeral. That makes the both of us. Maybe we can visit her for closure? No. Go without me. Rendra. Get the hint, Kai. Sorry, but I think I need some time alone right now. I set my half-eaten bowl of meatballs aside, stand up, and walk away. Shit, I messed up. That's the only thing I hear from Kai's muttering. The more steps I take, the guiltier I feel. I know that Kai had good intentions. Hell, out of the 3 of us, he had it worse. Well, he's kicked out of his house, staying at God knows where. One of his closest friends died, and the other one, in his eyes, is insane. His explanation does sound logical. It's realistic. Time traveling exists in fiction, after all. That would explain the subtle differences between each loop. That would also explain why everyone's been looking at me weirdly. It would explain why my parents have been acting overly concerned too. I mean, their only son is going mad in their eyes. It makes sense. Yet why am I so mad at Kai? That and Amerta. I still can't make sense of her. Is she really a hallucination? She feels so real though. Or is it because I really am losing my mind? No, I'm not crazy, am I? I can still think clearly, I think. Ren? What? Both my thought process and legs freeze almost instantly. That's Amerta's voice. Ren, that is you, right? I don't want to pay her any mind. After all, she's not real, is she? With that thought in mind, I continue to walk away. What? Ren, are you ignoring me? My hand is suddenly grabbed and... Oh, Jesus Christ. Rendra. Seriously, what's wrong? You were absent today too, right? Did you get sick? Oh, I get it. Are you sick of seeing me, Ren? Silly Ren. Then you should have done something when my head got crushed under that car wheel when I got home just now. Well, now look at you, losing your head over this too. Oops, sorry. That was funnier in my head. Well, aren't you going to redo again? Oh, would you look at that? A train track. They're closing the gates. How convenient. That means you can kill yourself right now. Oh, damn. What do we do? Of course, you can still redo without harming yourself, but it's faster this way. Don't you agree? I say we shut her up. I punched her. She's now on the ground, clutching her face. Usually I'm better at keeping myself from resorting to violence, but who cares? This Amerta is not real anyway. Kai was right. There's no way that this is a real Amerta. Telling myself to kill myself like that. It's not what she would have wanted. Speaking of Kai, I see him running up to me with a... Wait, why does he look so shocked? Oi! Rendra, what the hell did you do? What? Look at who you punched, you idiot. At that, I looked down to where Amerta supposedly was and... Oh, Mr. Ari. Rendra, surprisingly, you have a lot of power in your punch. Mr. Ari. Both Kai and I help stand up. Other than his bleeding nose, he seems fine. I hope. Before I can say anything, Kai already beat me to it. Sir, are you okay? Yes. Although I suspect my nose is broken. That's not okay then. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to. It's alright, I can always get it checked and fixed it up. Question is, are you alright, Rendra? Sir, you're the one with the physical injury. I think you need to ask that question to yourself. But I have a psychological injury. You have a point. Rendra, go home and cool your head or something. I'll accompany your teacher to the hospital to get this treated. Your house is pretty close anyway, right? But I'm the one who caused the injury in the first place. At least let me... Seriously, Rendra, you're pretty unreliable right now. I'm betting that hallucination is why you even punched this man in the first place, yeah? I can only purse my lips at that. He's pissing me off and I want to talk back to him, but I know he's right. Sighing, Mr. Ari then pats Kai's shoulder. It'll be fine. I can walk myself to the hospital. Instead, can you accompany Rendra back home? Are you sure, sir? Yes, I'm thinking that his hallucinations seem to be worsening since he had such a violent reaction to it. Please keep an eye on him until he's back home. The silence between us is cut short by Kai's sigh. You heard him. Come on, I'll walk you home. Sure. Throughout our walk home, there's an awkward silence between us. I've sometimes wished that both Amerta and Kai could tone it down just a bit whenever we hang out. I didn't realize how good I had it back then. The feeling of guilt thanks to earlier didn't help either. Luckily, before the air becomes too unbearable, we have arrived. Thanks for walking me home. Rest up, Rendra. And also, I'll treat you again tomorrow. Same time, same place? Sure. Right. See you then. As soon as Kai left, I entered my house. As usual, no one's around. My dad is still working and my mom is cooped up in her room. Having no one to greet, I just go straight to my room. With no other desire to do anything else, I waste no time to lay on my bed and sleep through the rest of the evening. Opening my eyes, I see a scene play out. Another dream. It's nighttime and this is the location where the car is supposed to hit us. On the road, I notice a body lying in front of a stopped car. It's Amerta. Half of her head crushed under a car's tire. Rendra, why didn't you save me? You were there. You could have pulled me out of the way or shielded me. But you only stood there back then. Useless. You can't even save the girl you love. So useless. Oh, I get it now. This is why I felt angry at Kai earlier. Everything is so grotesque and bloody now. But don't worry, let's redo. Redo again and again. Redo for eternity. That way, your murder can be back. So will your peaceful daily lives. Ugh. A buzzing sound wakes me up once again. Kai is calling me and it's currently 2:24 p.m. Huh? Did I sleep for 20 hours? No way. Or is my time perception getting way off? Not wanting to think about it too much, I pick up Kai's call. Are we gonna just ignore this? We just gonna pretend this isn't here? Hey, you good today? Yeah. Everything's fine. Uh-huh, sure. The offer for another round of meatballs is still up, by the way. You wanna come with? Alright, we're just gonna ignore that. Cool. I end up accepting his offer. I don't want to be angry at him forever, but seeing Amerta staring at me from the corner of my eyes is like that is making it hard for me to do that. Sincerely, she's been staring at me wordlessly and it's starting to creep me out. But then again, if Kai doesn't see her, then that means she's definitely not here, right? Besides, with how Kai is acting right now, it's not helping. He hasn't said much since earlier, like he's unsure of what to say. Like he's walking on eggshells. Just like the rest of them. Boy, Rendra. You can just tell me that you're not fine, you know? You're always like that. You keep saying everything is fine and dandy. Even after what happened a month ago. Oh, forget it. I probably shouldn't have mentioned that. Kai, are you trying to do some damage control or something? Honestly, you're doing such a piss-poor job at it right now. I thought spending time with you would make things go back to usual. To the usual normal daily lives. I didn't expect you to pity me too. It's not pity, it's guilt, Rendra. I know you were pissed at me yesterday. Calling you unreliable and all that wasn't cool. I'd be pissed too if you called me that in my lowest moment. So I'm sorry. An apology won't be able to fix the damage, Kai. I wasn't just hurt from this, you know. You know what else happened? Thanks to your lack of tact, the shit I'm seeing, they're getting worse. Hell, I can see Amerta with her head crushed staring at me right there. It's driving me insane, Kai. She keeps telling me to kill myself and restart the loop. It even made me punch my own teacher. Rendra. Jesus, I'm sorry. I didn't know that things would get that bad for you. But, at least she's not real, right? Don't listen to her, okay? No, shit, she's not real, Kai. Again, you telling me that doesn't change anything because she's still there. And you call me unreliable? You only made my situation worse since you came back here. I mean, dude, you should probably go get, like, psychological help. You can't put this all on Kai. He's, like, literally done nothing but told you that you're being delusional. Yeah, well, what did you expect? I can't properly help you, Rendra. I'm not a psychiatrist. You don't have to be the one to help me, Kai. Do me a favor and just act like your usual self around me, will you? Like hell I can do that when you're not even acting like your usual self either. What, you want me to keep letting you live under hallucinations? Is that it? I'm so sorry for trying to help my best friend realize that what he's seeing isn't real. I guess I'm the big bad villain now. What is that anyway? Because that's the only way you'll be able to see Amerta again? Because you want to still live out that fantasy where you saved her? Huh. With the teeniest amount of rationality that's still in your brain right now, try to think. Would Amerta really want this, Rendra? You really think she would die for... What? Did we punch them? Who punched them? We punched them? Yeah. Why did we do that? Shit, I let my emotions get the better of me again. Kai, what if he kills us by accident? Unable to finish my sentence, I suddenly feel a surge of pain on my cheek. Before I have a chance to say anything, Kai interrupts me. Punching people again. You're really changed, huh? What happened to the Rendra who won't even start a fight because he didn't want to cause problems for his parents? Take a cold, hard look at yourself, Rendra. Do you think you'll get any better if you keep on living, pretending as if Amerta's alive? Even before I arrived, you were already crumbling down, weren't you? I landed another blow on Kai. He grunts before he smacked me back almost right away. Oh, boy. Before we know it, our conversation had turned into a full-blown fight between us, with neither of us holding back. There's even a tiny crowd forming around us, but we couldn't care less. Anything that's left unsaid, days or even years worth of pent-up emotions, they're all expressed in this one moment. It's certainly not the healthiest way to do this. I don't want to hurt Kai either. Yet despite the pain, this is oddly very refreshing. My mind that's always preoccupied with Amerta is finally empty, for the first time in what seems to be a long time. My only focus is on the fight. Although I know I stand no chance when it comes to physical fight against Kai. While I spend most of my time indoors, Kai would spend his time working out or playing football. So, the outcome of the fight is very clear. Both of us take some time for a breather. Just when I start to think that Kai is still mad at me, he suddenly lets out a smug chuckle. Are you satisfied now? Jesus, both of us are wrecked. I could say the same thing to you. You seemed like you were enjoying this. Right back at you, Rendra. Still, I want to apologize for hitting you and all, but I still stand by what I've said. That's the one thing I want to apologize for. I really do think you need help. Your parents are worried to death. Everyone can see that. I'm sure that teacher of yours is worried too. He keeps prioritizing you before his broken nose. So please, Rendra, even just for this once. Unable to finish the sentence, Kai's voice starts to waver. Then, the usual confident Kai, he cries, "Oh, please, just listen to me. Amerta's already gone. You're the only one I have left, Rendra. If you're gone, God damn it." Again, he doesn't finish his sentence and stands up quickly, and instead quickly wipes his tears away. Well, he didn't even let me see his face after all, and he hurriedly walks away. Shit, I really fucked up. I even managed to make Kai, out of all people, cry like that. Oh, we have to chase after him. Or me. No, there's no time to think and stand idly. Kai's already on the other side of the road. I don't know what's better. Because I'm scared if we chase after him, we're gonna get hit by a car. But I'm scared if we call after him, then Kai's gonna get hit by a car. You know? I saved, right? Yeah, okay. Let's chase after him. Without any second thoughts, I run up to him all the while calling out his name. I see Kai stopped and turning around, yet his eyes widen in shock. Before I could figure out why his expression shifted like that, I knew it. I knew it, damn it. Do we loop? Or do we die? Oh, we died. Ah. All these unkept graves. And then there's Rendra's. Your grave really is spotless as it was back then. Can you see how hard your parents work to clean this up every month? You'd be touched by this, I'm sure. But man, it's been 4 years, hasn't it? So I guess we really weren't looping. Do you know how much sleep I've lost because you couldn't be bothered to look left and right when crossing that damned road? You fucking idiot. I still can't get over the fact that you died the same way Amerta did. What are you, soulmates? Sometimes I can keep thinking back to that day. You called out to me because you wanted to say something, didn't you? Were you still mad back then? Did you want to kick my ass some more? Or was it the opposite? In the end, I had no way of knowing, huh? When Amerta died, you probably felt like this too. I'm sorry. I never really fully understood what you were going through back then, yet I kept pushing you to get help like it would be easy. I was just selfish, honestly. Now I get it. It's not so easy after all, huh? Quite a quiet and peaceful life. I think you'd say that having a boring life is your dream or something. I just laughed it off back then, but the past few years, I'll admit, I kind of felt numb. But I'll learn from your mistake so that you can just rest easy with Amerta up there. I'll try to... No, I will live a peaceful life in your stead. In your stead. That's the least I could do. For you. And for Amerta. Huh. Ending 2 for them. Okay, but what happens if we call out? I call out his name across the street, and it's loud enough to attract the attention of nearby bystanders. Hearing that, Kai stops in his tracks before he looks back at me. I was about to walk towards him, but my whole body freezes. I knew it. As I see a car passing high speed between us. I was close. Oh, it didn't hit us. I genuinely didn't see that car. After recovering from that small heart attack, I finally catch up to Kai. I also wanted to say I'm sorry. You had that whole fight with your dad, got kicked out, and then came back to this mess. When Amerta died, I didn't do anything. Even right before her death, she sent me a cry of help and I ignored it because of my own priorities. She's one of the kindest and brightest people I've known, Kai. And I failed her. I thought that maybe it'll be better if I'm the one who died. Or if I could turn back time to help her. Before I knew it, I'm already living in that fantasy. Lashing out on those who tried to pull me out of it. In the end, there really is no what-ifs in this world, is there? I know Amerta wouldn't have wanted any of this. I know I need to move on with my life, but can I even have that luxury? I failed not just Amerta, but everyone. You, Mr. Ari, and especially my parents. I feel like I can't go back anymore. Rendra, do I really need to explain it to you again? Who cares about the past? Yeah, you fucked up before, but then what? You can't really change what you've done back then, can you? Of course you can't go back, because all you can do is face forward. Look, do you really want to fix this situation or not? Yes. I do. And I really need help. You're right, Kai. Glad to see you came to your senses, Rendra. What can I say? I'm always right, aren't I? Just kidding. For now, let's go to the hospital first and get these treated, yeah? Come on, stop crying. You're going to make me cry too. Says the one who cried first. Psst, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, they're good friends. That's nice. Oh, we're making comics. Yay. Okay. Alright. I finished reading it, Rennie. Now this is one hell of a nostalgia trip. Well, in my opinion, the draft is great. It's a bit rushed, but it's a one-shot. I get it. But I don't know why you won't let me read your older works. Because I think this one is worth reading. The older comics I made are lame, edgy, and the stories made no sense anyway. What? As if this one isn't edgy already. I think you're just saying that to be humble. Also, don't forget to change my name in the comic if you do plan on releasing it to the public. You drew me so handsomely there. I'm flattered, but I wouldn't want more fans stalking my socials, you know? Yeah. The names will definitely be changed later. Don't worry. It's been almost 4 years since Amerta died. Both Kai and I left our hometown due to college. Now we live temporarily in this bustling city, Jakarta. We don't go to the same university. We initially planned to, but Kai had to be a dumbass and failed the entrance exam because he underestimated it. Well, this other private university accepted me, though. At least we're in the same city, right? Is all he had to say about that. What's wrong? You went quiet all of a sudden. Had something on your mind? No, I was just thinking about the time, how time passed by so quickly. Yeah. I still remember your facial muscles being so stiff and that seeing you smile is like seeing a blue moon appear. Shut it, Kai. I'm saying that is a good thing, though. It's nice seeing you loosen up like that, you know? Whoa, what's this? Kai, generally praising me for once. Now that's a rare occurrence. Hey, it's not as if I'm stingy with it. If you want compliments, you could have just asked nicely. Yeah, no. Save that for your fans. Speaking of, how is your streaming going lately? It's been going like usual, except that there are more and more annoying viewers that popped up. Honestly, it was pretty funny at first, but now it's starting to tick me off. They spam the same thing over and over. Sometimes they would try to tell me what to do, so I started having mods ban them. Yeah, it's still not enough. I already have like 3 mods. I don't really want to add another one. Toxic gamer attracts toxic viewers, huh? You don't get it. Being toxic is part of the fun. Anyway, maybe I can help you with the mods shortage. I don't think I can stay for half of your stream since you stream 2 to 5 hours a day, but... No, Rennie. You need to focus on your thesis. Wait, unless... Unless what? The girl I introduced you to, Natalia? You know that she's one of my mods. Is this just an excuse so you can help her instead? What? No, nothing like that. But you two have been getting along, right? Natalia only has good things to say about you after all. I guess you could say that. We plan on meeting again next week. Look at you, clicking really well together. With each other. Man, I'm jealous. What, should I introduce you to someone too? Wait, no, now that I think about it, I don't even know what your type is. You never really talked about your love life. Nah, don't worry about it. I was just joking. I want to just enjoy being single and free for a long time. Shit, I just remembered now. I have a meeting with my professor in about an hour. Huh? The traffic is bad out there. You better go now. Ugh, I don't really want to go. I don't know when else will I be able to enjoy this expensive cafe. I haven't even finished my food yet. What's more important to you? Enjoying some expensive cafe or your grades? I mean, I feel like the answer's obvious. Cafe, duh. Besides, you can just take the leftovers with you. Haven't you neglected your grades enough already? Fine, fine. You have a point. Then I'll see you soon, yeah? Thanks for spending some time with me today, despite being busy. It's been a while since we last did that. Yeah, likewise. Thanks for reading the comic I made and giving it feedback. Let's meet up again sometime soon. And with that, Kai left. Having nothing else to do, I decided to leave the cafe. As soon as I do, I see... Amerta? Her. What? You're still here? Today's one of those days, I guess. Yes, I'm still seeing hallucinations of Amerta. But thanks to my medication and therapy, it never really got as bad as it was 4 years ago. Truth be told, I wouldn't say I'm completely healed yet. Memories of what happened 4 years ago still haunt me. Sometimes I still have nightmares. Sometimes I still see Amerta with half her face gone. Sometimes she's still going on and on about time loops. Even if one day I stop seeing hallucinations of her, I don't think I'll be able to forget Amerta. However, despite all that, I'm still surprised I made it this far. I really did think that everything is over and broken beyond fixing 4 years ago. Yet here I am, living like a normal college student with decent grades. There's still a lot of need to work on, sure, but I think I'll be able to get through it. Slowly but surely. Amerta was right after all. There's still hope. It's gotta be like this has gotta be the true ending, right? For Amerta. Yeah, that's the name of the game. It's gotta be the one. Oh yeah, and we're getting credits too? So is there only 3 endings? How many did we get? Let me just check this thing while the credits are rolling. I think there's 4 endings. Oh, but we had a couple of quick ones, right? I'm missing 2. Where would that be? Hello? Would it be here? In this? Like if we hit I can't? Sorry, Amerta, I can't leave. I don't want to. I decided to tell the truth, fully reenacting the original 28th of October in the process. No, it's okay. I understand. Don't worry about it, Ren. I was just kidding after all. And then she dies. Move! Oh, but we did it anyway. Okay, but it says skip, so we already saw all this. And we already did this. What are we missing? Oh, let her die. And then stand on the track. Without questioning her whatsoever, I stand close to the gate. Is this real? Is this a hallucination? Was the Kai from earlier even real? I'll just redo again. If I actually die, then whatever. It's been a good run. Hell, this might just be a chance for me to get transported to another world. Isekai. There's time travel after all, so why not Isekai? I see the train approaching. Weirdly enough, I'm grinning ear to ear right now. I must look like a psychopath. Before anyone can stop me, I jump right onto the track as soon as the train is only a few steps away. Where are we? What? Oh my god, we actually got isekai? That's awesome. Huh? Where the hell am I? The sight of an unnatural looking forest shocked me. Yet my mind feels refreshed and calm somehow. Is this it? Have I truly gone insane now? Or did I actually die? I pinch my cheek, it hurts. There's also this important looking sword beside me. It looks like something straight out of a fantasy story. Did I actually get isekai'd? That's awesome. Huh. Ending 3 for another. That's cool. Oh, wow, it looks happy now, but I don't think that's the reason why. Did it look like this? I wasn't looking before. Okay, cool, we got it all. Extra, what's extra? Thank you so much for playing until the end. I hope you enjoyed the experience. I'm very proud to be able to release another visual novel. Very satisfied. Okay, well, sorry. My voice is kind of shot. I don't really want to read anymore. After the ending one, Rendra ends up graduating with a pretty good GPA. We worked hard. I didn't finish his thesis on time, but he'll be fine. I mean, he's gonna be a streamer. He'll be fine. That's cool. Alright. So that's all for this one. I kind of wish we had more time to, like, bond with Amerta, because I feel like we didn't really get to, like, I don't know, form that much of a bond with her, you know? Like, I kind of didn't, like, really care about her all that much yet. I kind of wish we just had a couple more scenes with her, but other than that, the story's pretty cool. I like how it's, like, makes you think that you're going through a loop, but really you're just kind of insane. That's kind of cool. I also do kind of wish that there was, like, some other, like, weird ending where you actually do get to save her somehow, but I don't think that would work out for the true ending, so, you know. I don't know. That's really cool though. I really like this game. But let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. This is Casper Kuma. Over and out.